Okay, I have a poem, 10 Nights of Deep. Is it actually 10 nights, or did it change? It's 8 Nights of Deep now, actually. I didn't get that far. So I think some of you know that I have been awake since 2 a.m. Pacific time because I flew from Atlanta this morning, and Frontier Airlines is just fucking awful with their delays. So a lot of this, it starts and it ends in Las Vegas. 1. Vegas. Each crevice, argon signs, burgeoning patchwork, bygones, city of sleepless. We're sleeping, frozen, freezing, desert, December, desserts and punishment, and bands, and lots of light. Neo-Apollo teardrops, Apollinaire animalism, pollinated gunshots, bees at train stops, hallucinations winterized, collective buzz in winter. It's never really knocked, but it is ever flowing, these crevasses unfolding, unsung, old, unborn, and remixed, new scars of cityscape, a city scraping by, top layers of dust, and the man with tape in the corner of his glasses, and the one who speaks of the Paiute to the north, and we're far from their pain, and yet here we sit, far from our redemption, facing bellies of neon and scattered coin, backs to the shadows of dust. 2. Atlanta. These heaps and pits, collections of oaks and maples, occasional banana trees, green cut back, whispers of past seasons. We think it back to the land that time grew, back to a preference for seasonality, where the seasonal light don't shock and awe, where the heaping night is static but varicose, where we can't but wonder and wander partially and impartially. Like imps skipping along the blocks, our pointed ears tuned. We emerge from the pits, we slide down from the heaps, and we run across the lawns, and we talk unmuffled, staring openly into the obscure night sky. 3. Knoxville. Between blocks of walking and blocks of bars and smiles behind bars, dreams of bars filled with windows, reflections null now in this breath, we dodge out. Between sex sounds on the other side of paper-thin, red roof-in walls, and our hyena masquerade and the sudden silence of the vocal anima. Between the long stretches of false confederation, you know those flags, the flags of the bigots still longing for attention. Between those slow and those sped and the longing. And the more don't tread on me, the creepier the creeping gets. We wait, we sip, we glance, we talk, we rebut, we stoop, we shiver, not in flight. And the trees speak for themselves in the brisk breeze tonight. 4. Asheville. Music dots the heartbeats and I'm sweating and the shivers stop as the bop blasts and outside a Confederate monument really didn't exist. Gone now, goodbye, poof and purr, the jaguar of night lashing out in pure, smoky energy. Or is it the Panthers I'm remembering? It's calm but alive in a frozen old mountain range and people know how to lounge or lunge. It is college after all. It is a night steeped in the freeze. Neon lights capture what the LEDs can't. The beer captures what my tongue otherwise can't. I dream in secrets of roads I would have taken had I packed a thicker coat and eaten more fried pies. Instead, I dream these secrets with glazed eyes and pricks in the heart, sunny side of Armstrong, reenacted in the basement of a 1 Gigi's. It's just another December where the days keep giving and the days are night, so there's that. Oh, the big cats yowl as you yowl. 5. Asheville, number 2. Frost continues, streets continue, haunting, hobbled, hollow hills continuing as far as the breath will keep the eyes open. Also South Slope and murals linked like a community. I remember we dotted across lazily scraped blocks before charging forward toward bookstores and biscuits, cold mouths, cracked hands, and dried lips, mouthing jokes over unmapled murals and dormant, sleepy other trees. A shadow matches a laugh, and there is life. And there we are, letting our slow, shambling patterns play their tricks out slowly and surely. 6. Charlotte. Follow twang, lyric, and broken lines, and there are no birds out here, and our broken bods speak in cryptic. Screech of stretch marks and CBD madness. Shelter, shelter, goes the disappeared bowerbird, and one I hallucinated in a soft, cold morning behind a few mountains. There's the memory of the gurgling plastic pipe and the metal drain, too, that water gone gurgly, spliced with an anthro murmur behind the frozen metal pane. Beyond, on the cliff face, the ice sheets like glaciated skin. And skimming the empty attractions, yeah, the world in its own subtle shadows imbibes. Yes, the world imbibes. The world, it's alive and mute. My own shambling, a mound of mute, of grunt and guffaw and dreams of more. Metallic cityscapes with strange auras, purple and red, no police, just a man. His name's Reggie. He's on a bike, he's a mechanic, and his tale's told amidst the chill. We were just wearing a few gloves. And the lack of fire and the bounty of electric night, its primacy effective, its hallucinations ticks on a tracker. When I roll in my food coma hours later, I close my eyes in the fatigue of the best barbecue. I can see the eyelashes of the server when I grind my teeth, and I can hear the molten forest backwoods drawl when I press chapped lips and swallow. Spirits of the lonesome scraping by beckon friendly, their claws beaming. I know these voices, I hear them for the year until the darkness drags me along. Until I'm friends with the whirl, and I am whirling in the still lot with jittery, rickety prospects. Atlanta. Last lamp lit. Here I am. Big now, a gut, big, an anticipation, fears and shivers and shrivels. Return to Atlanta. The way the lake I dream of opens up, big mouth, sucking genderless the world into itself, within itself until it's gone. Subsume, subsist, exhume, helpless. The way absence of leads to absence too, sends off, giving in. The world spins in childlike form, limbs sprawl and open, trees as toddlers, as pavement cracked and in need for it all to calm down. Some time of owing, rise and fall while we spend time indoors beyond the night's touch, then eventually return to some type of shadow owl phalanx and pressured like lungs. Shallow is the rain that hits my face, holds my cheeks into position. Now here I am, dry and tapping, pawing, letting imprint become extravagant. And that's actually the first poem I've written as an uncle, so it's kind of for my nephew. And the final part of this sequence is, again, Las Vegas, bane of our existence. And it begins with a Yoko Ono quote, "All day long I felt like smashing my face in a clear glass window," which is a great song as well, from the Plastic Band. Solstice beckons, but solstice is. Reach out into everything, and it is. Or it has been, and now we offer grace along the screaming children and the chances to escape. We have an interlude. I bow this face before the actual fall to dusk, though it might as well be ceaseless time, though it might as well be between, though it is all liminal landscape for efforts. Mind is a frazzled, farming moments before actualization, journey or flash and fizzle toward a new depth of. Waiting for the future as a reflection of the flash. The machinery is on the verge of being forgotten. My shoulders slump and roll like the coast, like an elderly sea before it dried into canvas, and this potential of history.